Alright, what is going on, guys? Fabulous back again, coming at you with the top 10 speed characters in Bleach Brave Souls in 2021 as of... I don't have a watch? I should get a watch. Alright, so first I do want to talk about some honorable mentions, and first I want to talk about Ikkaku. Ikkaku is the new booster with Holo Killer for melee, and on top of that, he does have Last Ditch, he has Poise, Sprinter +1. He might not be the best character for Brave Battles, but he is a booster as well, so if you don't have Tsukishima, he can definitely fill the space. Say you don't have like a max transcended Chad. Ikkaku is an excellent character, and I do think he replaces Chad fairly well. Since most of these characters that come out for Arena, for Brave Battles don't really have Soul Reaper Killer, he's usually pretty well protected. Chad was really good for his time because he was a human, so he didn't have killer disadvantage, and then on top of that he was a team booster with Poise, right? So I do think that this Ikkaku fares very well in Brave Battles despite not having the invincibility. Alright, next for the honorable mentions, I do want to talk about Yamamoto. Yamamoto has one of the best kits and pretty much started the whole staple God kit, right? He has the 2500 length beam, he has the 800 circular AoE, and then he has a standard full screen. Back in the day, they weren't really giving Havoc like candy, so this is what we ended up with. He doesn't have Berserker, but he does have Strong Attack Recharge, and for his time, and even now, he's still a great character, but for his time, he was like the best character to just have, right? And yeah, so let's just get right into it. First on the list at number 10, we do have Dark Rukia. Dark Rukia is actually really good. Even though she has a relatively meh first strong attack, the thing is she does have nullify range resistance, so taking her and working on her is actually not a bad idea because extreme co-op, IT, etc. she'll usually perform incredibly well. She does have increased status ailment chance against power attribute Soul Reapers, so when she has killer and attribute advantage, this character has a very high chance to proc weaken, which is actually really good for her stages like Senkaimon as well as IT, which is quote-unquote the hardest content in the game. Damage to weaken enemies plus 20% should she get off the weakening. She also has the Berserker 20%, Havoc 20%, and of course she has Frenzy, Devastation 40%, Debilitator plus 5 seconds, weakening on everything. I personally love weakening. It's probably one of my favorite status elements just because of how strong it is. It gives you an extra 50% damage, and then it also causes the enemies to deal dog water damage. First strong attack is going to be the 60% range magnification. First strong attack is going to be the same as Grimmjow, Shunsui, Sajin. Not really the greatest first strong attack, but it is serviceable and it does hit pretty hard as long as you aim it relatively well. Second strong attack is going to be the 750 by 750 that gets turned into... Oh no, I think it turns into 750, which I don't necessarily like this first strong attack. I mean, the second strong attack. I'm thinking of Ichigo. Just because it does hold you into place, but I mean, she holds her own, she hits hard, she has good range, and she protects herself fairly well. Alright, next on the list we do have Kokuto. Kokuto got voted in above Rukia. Kokuto's resurrection was actually really surprising and excellent in my opinion. He got strong attack damage as a secondary link, which is good since he is an SP based unit, so he is a good hybrid link. But on top of that, they did give him Havoc 20%, which was something that I think that he desperately needed. Going into his actual kit, he does have a standard 570 AoE lunge, he has the 960 AoE circle, which we talk about all the time, and then his third strong attack is going to be the same as 5th anniversary Byakuya, whereas a 1200 radius into an explosion at 810 radius. The vacuum into explosion, I don't necessarily like this third strong attack all too much, but I do admit it does hit hard. It is a good strong attack, and even though it holds you into place for a bit, it does its job, and it does its job well. This is the same third strong attack as the second strong attack of Dark Rukia, Bankai Shuhei, where it's just vacuum into explosion, except the radius of the explosion is just a little bit smaller. But since you're pulling in the enemies anyways, most of the enemies you face don't even have poise unless you're talking about arena, then this strong attack, it does its job incredibly well. Going into his status ailments, he does have weaken on only his third strong attack, which I think holds him back quite a little bit. I wish he got a Berserker on top of the strong attack damage 16% link. I think it would have been even better, but for now, I mean, he does his job. He is a good killer. I do like Soul Reaper Killer, and he has paralysis on his special move. And he does have Debilitator. I was gonna say, I'm like, he doesn't have Debilitator, does he? And long reach if you run out of strong attacks, which you're running him strong attack recharge build anyway, so I don't think really that's too big a deal, but it is kind of noticeable. Next on the list at number 8, we do have Bambieta. Bambieta, I love Bambieta. I'm not gonna lie, I love Bambieta. Her kit is actually really, really cute. Really, really cute. Is that a thing? Berserker 20%, Havoc 20%. Damage to burning enemies plus 20%. Her first strong attack does have a bit of range collision, which we'll get into in a second. Frenzy, Devastation 40%, Debilitator plus 2 seconds for the burn. Soul Reaper Killer, strong attack recharge minus 12%. You're gonna notice a lot of Soul Reapers, Soul Reaper killers in this list. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of riddled with it, but I mean that's what Caleb wanted, bro. First strong attack is going to be a range collision at 60% magnification. This is gonna actually push it. Actually, no. Magnification is going to be at 20%. It's going to be a range collision. It's going to push the enemy back just a little bit, and then it's going to explode into a 60% magnification for a strong attack. The AoE distant part doesn't hit as hard as normal first strong attacks, but since you're dragging the enemy back and then exploding it with a range of 690, it's actually not too bad of a first strong attack. Obviously, the 3000 length beam is going to be superior, but it's not like I can just change. It's not like you could just change the first strong attack, so you may do what you got. Her second strong attack is going to be the 960 AoE distant, and then her third strong attack is going to be a standard full screen third strong attack. You're going to notice this you're going to notice this a lot in this list. Like this 1200, the 960 into the 1200, it's going to be a recurring theme. Not going to lie. Yeah, so that's pretty much Bambieta. Not really much to talk about. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like Caleb's going to be bringing back these 1000 Year Blood War characters, at the very least not on a regular basis. It's been 3 months since the last 1000 Year Blood War banner. That's tough. Alright, next on the list we have another 1000 Year Blood War character, and that's going to be Baz-B. Baz-B ended up getting voted up above Bambieta, which makes sense just because of how his kit actually is. Now, Berserker 20%, Havoc 20%, Frenzy, Debilitator plus 2 seconds, Devastation 40%, Bruiser 20%, increased status ailment chance against power attribute Oronkars, Sprinter plus 1. The disabler against Oronkars is actually really, really nice, especially for content like IT, because you're going to be proccing your burn all over the place. And my boy D did bring up a good point, and he's like, yo, yeah, we run like 4 Baz-Bs and we just use our nuke, charge the third strong attack, and just nuke everything, which, to be honest, being able to just blast through everything and then break their iron skin in content like IT, pretty nice. His first strong attack is going to be the standard lunge. His second strong attack is going to be the 960, just like 5th anniversary Ichigo. But where he does differ from 5th anniversary Ichigo is that his third strong attack is going to be an AoE around himself instead of an AoE distant, which I do like the AoE distant a bit more. But that being said, at the end of the day, this Baz-B does have disabler, and on top of that, a charged third strong attack is just naturally going to hit incredibly hard. Yeah, so Baz-B, very, 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 very good character. And I'm not gonna lie, as we were going up on this list, just keep in mind, this is like the top 10 list, and speed when it comes to like SP units is pretty stacked. Like, as we were making this list, I think that we had a total of 20 characters in contention, and then we had to like find a way to just pummel things into the list just over and over and over again. All right. Next on the list, they did vote White Ichigo up top. I'm not really sure where to like put these NAD characters. I just know that these NAD characters are nasty. White Ichigo is a normal attack damage link with a bruiser of 50% when you count the link. He has a no affiliation killer, one of the best NAD characters for no affiliation weak in the game, aside from like Masaki, of course. Damage to weaken enemies plus 20% should you proc weakening, which he has weakening on everything, as well as if you're running someone like our book Ichigo as your main runner, then you have a higher chance of proccing weakening thanks to his multi-hits on his first strong attack and his strong attacks in general. His second strong attack is a walking vortex with weakening on it, which means that you'll be able to proc weakening even more. His special bomb is actually the weaken with debuff mechanic that Shuhei has. However, he is a NAD character, not an SP character, which is why his bomb is not going to be as potent as Shuhei's big daddy third long leg. Alright, Debilitator plus 5 seconds, Flurry, Guard Break, Poise, Sprinter plus 1, and he has a built-in strong attack recharge, which means that he's going to be getting that walking vortex even more often than you'd expect, especially if you play characters like Oetsu. You know exactly how often this second strong attack comes back, which is pretty good. I think that it's a 24-second cooldown, so it's like maybe every 21 seconds instead of 24, and it does run for, I believe, 8.5 seconds. It might be 7.5 to 8.5 seconds. Never really looked into it too much. Berserker plus 40%, so you can build him hybrid if you want. personally don't really like building hybrid characters. I just like NAD characters that can deal damage with their strong attacks. I feel like that's better. First strong attack is going to be the 1k by 1k length beam, which is kind of interesting. Standard full screen third. The walking vortex, in my opinion, is actually pretty nice. And yeah, I mean, overall as a NAD character, this character is just top tier. He's nuts, and I expect him to be on the poll selection banner. I don't doubt that he's going to be voted in quite easily. Anyways, next on the list, Kirinji. Honestly, I love my Kirinji. I have him 5'5", T20, everything, and overall, he's still a really, really good character. Sprinter +2. First strong attack is going to be the standard lunge. Second strong attack is going to be the 3000 length beam because he does have havoc. And then his third strong attack is going to be the 1170 AoE in front, the AoE distant. That third strong attack is so good. It's probably my favorite. It's honestly my favorite third strong attack in the game. I'm hoping that K-Lab will bring it back more often than not. As of right now, I honestly, right now, I think they've only given it to like 3 characters in the last year. No. 3 SP characters in the last year, and that is Retsu, Grimmjow, and Hikone. Literally, Hikone came out last year at the end of the month. So yeah, literally like 3 in a year. That's crazy, bro. For like the third strong attack, like it's such a good third strong attack, and Caleb just doesn't give it out very, very often. Yeah, so anyways, Frenzy, Havoc 20%, Berserker 20%. He also has speed attribute, Soul Reaper strong attack damage plus 20%, which means that he does buff 5th anniversary Byakuya. His special move does have the revive mechanic. He has paralysis on everything with debilitator plus 5 seconds. And overall, with the Havoc 20%, like having a 3k length beam on the second, I wish that it was swapped. Like, I honestly wish that he had the 3k length beam on the first strong attack. I'd probably use him a lot more. But as of right now, still an excellent character. The fact that he comes with Sprinter +2, so you just give him long stride and full stamina damage boost, and he goes crazy. He's really good. All right, 4th on the list, boys. Speed Retsu, like Swimsuit Retsu, dude. She's life, bro. Don't you just want to be like deep in between the wontons, bro? The thought of just being up in there, yeah. Anyways, let's continue. Where were we? Oh yeah, right, Retsu. Okay, increased power link slot potions plus 5, so she is the link slot potion plus character. Berserker 20%, Havoc 20%, guard break, weaken defense on her special, heal on her special. She has a Soul Reaper killer, which is good, weakening on everything. Now, being able to just do weakening and then like double weaken defense for like guild quests is really strong. And if you don't want to use that, then she already has weaken defense built into her. Like I feel like this character comes with almost everything that you would actually like want, to be honest. Devastation 40%, Frenzy, Guard Break, Havoc 20%. Her first strong attack is going to be the 40% range collision magnification, same strong attack as Nini, if you're familiar with Nini. Her second strong attack is going to be the 3000 length beam, which is good, and her third strong attack is going to be the 1170 that we just talked about. This AoE distant, it does cover a little bit behind you, but for the most part, it's going to be for the enemies like really far away. It is a beam at the end of the day. Well, it's pretty much just some big, massive Cho. Like it is big, bro. It's big. And her special move, standard special move, but it does have weakened defense against the enemies. It heals your entire team, and then on top of that, you proc weakening guaranteed. A debilitator plus 5 seconds. Going into her innate skills, she does have paralysis immunity, read Soul Reaper dodges, which is excellent against characters like Aizen. Just keep in mind that Aizen still gets Captain and Soul Reaper killer, so in arena you still won't get smacked up a little bit, and she does have a sprinter built into the character. I probably should talk about these because let's see, White Ichigo, I think he probably has an innate skill, fire immunity, nothing really too crazy. They weren't giving innate skills back when Baz-B came out. Kokuto, Dark Rukia. Dark Rukia. She has Sprinter built into an innate skill, and she also has fire immunity. I probably should have brought that up. But I mean, like, immunities aren't really all too crazy. They're just nice to have. But yeah, Retsu overall, excellent character. I think that Caleb did an excellent job when it came down to it. Next on the list, Isshin. Now, Isshin does clear faster than a lot of the characters in the game, especially 5th anniversary Byakuya. But keep in mind that Isshin's not as versatile. That's the thing. So strong attack recharge minus 12%, hollow killer, best hollow killer in the game, best melee hollow killer in the game by far. Speed attributes captain strong attack damage plus 20%. So he does buff Jushiro if you want to build him like Honestly, even Jushiro as a nat, we'll talk about Jushiro in a bit. So speed attribute, captain strong attack damage plus 20%. Kind of nice because he does buff a lot of the captains, and the captains for speed that are like OP that I could just think off the top are Byakuya, Jushiro, Isshin, and Retsu. And they make the top 4. So Berserker plus 20%, Havoc 20%, Frenzy, Debilitator plus 2 seconds, Burn on everything, Devastation plus 40%. Dude, he's so good. So he does have the 3K length beam. He has poison immunity. He has read hollow dodges, so he still smacks the hell out of Aizen as well. But he is a captain, so he's gonna get smacked up right back. But going into his actual kit, you have the 3K length beam as the first, you have the 960 as the second, and you have the standard full screen as the third. Now I did tell you from the start of the video that we're going to see a lot of this 960 second strong attack in this this type of video, and then the third strong attack, the 1200 standard full screen. You can't really go wrong with that. You can't really go wrong with that or the 1170 third strong attack. But yeah, Isshin clears faster than Byakuya. Sure, not as versatile, which we'll get into later. Next on the list. Jushiro actually got voted in at number 2. I was surprised, but honestly, I was surprised that he got voted up that high. But I'm also not surprised because he is probably the best NAD character. He's the best NAD character in the game. There's literally nobody better than Jushiro in my opinion at the moment. Like, if you want to talk about Brave Battle Invincibility, if you like that game mode, bro, more power to you. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, even if yours is garbage. But Jushiro does have a bruiser of 60% built into the character. He has the team party speed attribute captain normal attack damage plus 20%, which gets calculated after the fact, which means that it stacks on top of everything. So when we take the calculations of his NAD, right, we're gonna move here. We can do 100 times 1.6, and the speed attribute captain normal attack damage gets calculated after. So 1 point times 1.2, and you'll see here that you get a 32, like say your Jushiro is completely nude, you get a 32 more damage instead of just 20 damage, if that makes sense, right? And this is with before flurry. So your hit, instead of this being 20 damage if you would hit for 100, since you're getting the bruiser 60% and then you're getting the captain normal attack damage, this actually turns into 32 after the fact, which is really, really nice, especially if you're scaling the normal attack damage items, gold chappies, hollow baits, all that. Really, really, really strong, hits super hard. Debilitator plus 2 seconds, drain on all of his attacks except for his boost, which, since he's a ranged NAD character with a range collision first strong attack that hits 4 times instead of the normal 2, the damage is less to compensate, sure, but the fact is, since you're hitting 4 times per NAD hit instead of the normal 2, you're actually causing the ability to drain more often than not. He has Flurry, Enhancer, Team Booster with a barrier built into it, but not only that, they gave him the new skill Multi-Barrier plus 2, so he gives himself 5 barriers, which 3 barriers was already busted enough, but he also gives his allies 3 barriers instead of the normal 1, which that in and of itself was nasty, and that's something that I've been wanting for a long time. I've said, I'm like, yo dude, sometimes I just wish that these barrier units would be more useful, because if you get hit 1 time, I have to wait 20 seconds to use my barrier again, right? So having a boost barrier with the cooldown of 40 seconds is excellent. He has Poise, Guard Break, Flurry, Bruiser 60%, Speed NAD plus 20% to captains. This character, you just can't go wrong with this character. His first strong attack is the doo-doo 18% range collision attack, but keep in mind that since he is a NAD character, being able to proc drain from that attack with multiple amounts of hits with very, very good spread on it is actually kind of nice for a character like this. His third strong attack, I forgot what his third was. I think it's just a standard full screen. Yeah, standard full screen third. Now going into the actual attack of his second strong attack, it does also have multi-hits. It has 6 hits built into it. This is going to be the vacuum explosion attack. It looks like it's going to be the pushback, but it's actually the explosion. It's the same strong attack as Artwork Ichigo's first strong attack. It's the same as how do I put it? Bankai Shuhei's second strong attack. Literally, it's just going to be the vacuum explosion. That's all you really need to know. Pretty good on him in particular. Like the range collision on his first and second. The thing is, you'll be using the boost barrier every like 20 seconds. So and since he's a nat character, you don't really care too much about his strong attack since he also has guard break. But since you do have range collision, the chances of you proccing drain with his first strong attack is there. And that's actually really, really, really good. Overall, Jushiro, number 2, not surprised. I'm kind of surprised, not surprised. And last but not least, I think everyone pretty much guessed it, Speed Byakuya. Now, Speed Byakuya is such a great... Oh, come on, man. This is the wrong Speed Byakuya. Speed Byakuya is such a great character. Wrong one. Wrong. One. Where the hell? Oh, there we go. Alright. Anyway, Speed Byakuya, excellent character. This character came out for 5th anniversary, still to this day, the most versatile speed character in the entire game. He helps, he autos IT with the help of Tsukishima if you have a good built up Tsukishima. The only thing is you do need to have him max transcended to really perform well in autoing IT, but for content like epic raids, guild quest, extreme co-op, literally everything in the game, even brave battles, okay, maybe not brave battles, that's cap, but he performs well in almost everything in the game except for brave battles. He has a Soul Reaper and Hollow Killer, very good killers. Enhanced strong attack recharge link, Berserker plus 40%, Bombardment built into his special move, so a lot of people run him with weakened defense. Bruiser 40%, Frenzy, Havoc 20%, Sharpshooter. Sharpshooter is literally nullify range resistance with guard break built into it, which means that this character can be taken into extreme co-op by himself and clear just fine. Sprinter plus 1. Honestly, this character is absolutely insane. He has the worst first strong attack in the game, but he has the best second strong attack in the game. He has the 18% range collision magnification for a strong attack, which is absolutely dog water for an SP based unit. His second strong attack is going to be the 960 AoE circle, which we've talked about multiple times throughout this video, but it also comes attached with a 50 hit tracking vortex with 630 radius. And keep in mind that this 960 does not compromise damage because it's with the vortex. It actually doubles the damage of a normal second strong attack. That's actually it's insane, because you get the standard 960, which you can animation cancel out of it so that you deal just straight up good burst damage, and then on top of that you have a homing vortex that'll protect you and your allies, especially in content like guild quests where you might want to just stay in one spot and normal attack damage down if you're have a NAD unit on the side. You know what I'm saying? His third strong attack is going to be the 1200 radius vacuum attack into explosion. This is going to be the same third strong attack as Kokuto, but keep in mind that with Byakuya's second strong attack, being able to crowd control so heavily makes him, in my opinion, one of the best defensive and offensive characters in the entire game. Not many characters can really do what he does, and despite having the most garbage first strong attack, garbage, absolute trash, he's still the best speed unit in the game just because of his versatility. Now, Isshin does clear content faster than Byakuya, but Byakuya doesn't care, bro. He is literally the turtle. He is the turtle that will win the race in the end, unless it's guild quest, in which case he still helps clear faster than Isshin because you're not getting hit, bro. Like, you literally don't take damage. Anyways, Byakuya, absolutely insane. Still the best unit in the game, in my opinion. Y'all can just deal with it if y'all mad. I mean, it is what it is, but I'm gonna leave it at that. You guys grind. I'll catch up. Stay blessed. Like, comment, subscribe if you're new. This is the top 10 list, or at least the one that I definitely agree with. Y'all voted. Y'all helped me with the voting system, and I see a lot of people post comments and they're like, "Oh, we don't want to hear what other people voted for. We want to hear your opinion." Bro, this is my opinion. All right. Like if I didn't fully agree with something, I override. All right. There are some places that I'm like, but for the most part, I do agree with the list. But anyways, I'm gonna leave it at that. You guys grind. I'll catch up. Stay blessed. Like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. Do yourself a favor. Tell your mom you love her. You know what I'm saying? Get her something nice. Do something for no reason. And when she asks you why you did it, just tell her, I just felt like doing it. Don't bring me up into there. Just do something nice. You don't know how long you have with your parents. Trust me. All right. That time. When the time comes, bro, time's gone, man. But I'm gonna leave it at that. Stay blessed, y'all. You have a great day, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.